Hi, my name is Nick Burnham and I'm down here in the south of France looking at the latest Jeanneau Merry Fisher. Now when we think of Merry Fishers, we think of small 6-7 metre Pêche promenade fishing boats. This is the same concept but turned up to 11 because this is almost 35 foot long. It's a 10.5 metre boat. It's got a pair of 300 horsepower outboard engines on it. So it takes that Merry Fisher concept, stretches it and builds it and makes it into a much more substantial craft. So we're going to have a quick look around and then we're going to take it out and see how it runs. So stepping on board, the first thing we get to of course is the cockpit, and they've made this back seat slide so you can have it right back against the engines, but if you want to tilt the engines up out of the water then you can slide this forward so you've got room for those to trim. There's also an area here where you can convert that into a sun pad. And the other thing you've got on the outside of this boat is very good access forward, because what they've done is to put asymmetric side decks on, so you have a deep bulwark side deck on the starboard side that takes you up to the foredeck. Now when you step into the deck saloon area, what they've done here is they've put this seating area with a table in the centre and seats that oppose each other. But what's quite clever is that the forward double seat will actually flip. You can flip the backrest backwards, and that gives you a forward facing seat for when you're underway. Your galley is up here as well. You've got your usual sink, there's a gas hob and a fridge in there, and then further down you've got either a 2 cabin or a 3 cabin layout. So your master cabin is up at the front. You then got a cabin on the port side which goes back underneath here, which gives you a double berth. The one on the starboard side is a much narrower cabin, and in fact you can have that either as more of a utility room, so it's storage and you can have a fridge in there, or you can have it as a bit of extra sleeping. Now you'd instinctively think with a pair of 300 horsepower engines that this would be a rocket ship, but of course you've got to remember this is a 35 foot boat, so it's not a high performance machine. But that said, there is still plenty of grunt there. She picks up onto the plane quickly, but also keeps the nose down quite well. Despite the weight of those engines being right at the very back, she stays pretty level. She's planing well there at about 18 to 20 knots, and she'll wind out to about 37 knots flat out. But the comfortable cruising gait for this boat seems to be at around 4,000 RPM. That's about 1,500 RPM off of maximum. That's what we're doing right now, and that's 24 knots. That's a very comfortable cruising speed. We haven't got very testing conditions out here today. There's a little bit of chop, but nothing spectacular. But it does feel very solid in the water. And the spray appears to be well managed as well. Another nice feature as you sit here, you've got big sliding hatches above to let plenty of air in, but there's also this door just here. So you've got plenty of natural ventilation and a feeling of connection with the water. And the drive of this boat really matches the appearance. It's not a racing machine, it's not a high performance sports boat despite those big outboards on the back. What it is a practical, comfortable cruising machine.